I just did a video on the whole kind of loadout that I take with me when I travel, but I figured I'd do a focus on the AK. This is my 7.62 by 39. It's a Romanian G kit, but this is the one I end up traveling with most of the time. It's my one that I use pretty much all the time. It's a pretty decent gun. Built it as a G kit, and I've dressed it up like German. So this is a German handguard and upper and German stock. Otherwise, I think it's a Tapco front end, so it's USA. I don't have to worry about the slant brake being a 922R issue. It's got the US gas piston. I keep a US pistol grip on it for two reasons. It helps with 922R, but I'd rather have a pistol grip, a receiver, a barrel even, and trigger parts than mag. This, to me, I'd rather have a mag over a barrel even. We can talk about that in another video. But another reason I go with the Tango down besides the 922R issue is its comfort. I really like that grip for me, and the way my hand works or whatever, my interface with the gun, both right or left-handed, is definitely with the Tango down, well, I guess with the US Palm or with the Tango down design on the AR. So otherwise it's German, and so meaning the parts kit itself is Romanian, but it kind of looks German, and it doesn't look all that much different from German. And then with the German furniture, I'm calling it a German Franken K or a clone. I have a Bulgarian mag in it, which is weird, but these are pretty strong mags, and 30 round 7.62 by 39s. They work well. Well, I know they work with this gun, but just in general they work well. So I carry 5 of those for it when I travel, and gives me obviously enough capacity to do what I need to do. I travel with 5 and then some extra ammo. I figure, I don't know, you're never going to need the thing. If you did need it for any kind of prolonged use, some backup ammo seems appropriate. And 5 seems like a good number. It's how much I can carry in the chest rig plus 1. And I mean, honestly, I'm going to need some support. If I'm going to need more than that, I just don't need more than that on me. So anyway, I just don't see the point in bringing extra mags with me when I travel. I do bring some extra ammo to reload the mags, though. Let's see. So that's the German handguard. I just like it. It looks cool. For a while there, these were unobtainium, so there's a little bit of uniqueness to it. I'm not really German, I don't think, so I have no love for German culture or anything. I just kind of liked it. I definitely like their side folders. There's other countries that do the side folders, but the German with this lever is the easiest to use of these what we call wire triangle side folders, and for both open and close. And that's important for me, at least. When I'm running these things, I like to be able to just drop it closed like that and swing it open with minimal issue. I don't have to take my eyes or my concentration off of anything else. I just know my gun can get to that other configuration. When it's folded, this is very much like what an AK is all about. You know, not having all this junk back here allows you to really just use this in a different way inside of a vehicle or indoors. And these folders just fold out of the way. I don't run any kind of optics mount on it. If I did, that could potentially be an issue. Having it over on this side allows you to keep an optic or a night vision or whatever you might have up here on, because with some of the side folders that come over on this side, you'd have to make a choice if you're ever going to fold your gun. Mostly though, it allows me to fold it down, which I just did a video about, into this tennis racket case, and as you can see, I can simply fold the stock, which is easy to bring back out, but I can keep it in this case with the 30 round mag installed. I pin the sling, which is a VTAC. Pretty much the only slings I run. I wish I was getting paid for it, but I want to run them anyway. They're basically a bunch of strong materials and the little gizmo off of a Alice pack. So this is super strong. We know that works. These HK clips don't come with them. I just run those because I don't care about the noise, and this allows me to swap them. I'm too cheap to have one of these slings for each of my guns, so it allows me to swap them back and forth a little bit. I basically just gather the sling up like this, go around my front sight post, and I come back to this giant oversized charging handle that I make out of a spent case. Then I bring that there and just tighten it like I would on my body if I was tightening the sling. And this just keeps it all kind of tethered together. If I was running it loaded, which I don't, and in a safe position, right? If I was running it like that for some reason, and this sling was on, I could flip the safety off and fire one shot. It's not going to cycle because this is going to tether it, but I guess that's an option. I run it with the gun unloaded in its chamber, loaded mag, and then with the sling on here. But this way, no worries because it's an empty chamber. and then loaded mag lets me bring it into play pretty quick, and this thing here doesn't become an issue at all because well, there's no way it's even going to cycle, let alone accidentally chamber around or something with that thing tethered. So even though it's totally unnecessary, I guess you can consider that an extra level of protection while it's in the bag. But mainly it's just so that it stays neat in the bag. I can grab it out. All my other support gear can fit in the bag, so I could easily keep this thing on me as a backpack, and then just the gun. And again, this just tethering the sling allows me to grab that out of there relatively quick. Like I say, it's got the gizmo off of Alice pack, so it's that easy to get it back into action. Let's see, going forward, obviously one of the advantages of an AK is you get to have your charging hand or your cleaning rod with you all the time, and it's as simple as just being friction held up here by the bottom of the sight post, and then goes through the bayonet lug and into the grip. This is fiberglass or some kind of Bakelite maybe on the bottom, probably Bakelite, and then just wood up on top. My wood is cracked, which gives it all kinds of character, and I can identify it in case somebody builds their guns that look just like mine. Going down this side, you can see it's a US receiver one I put together. Well, one that did I build this one? I did build this one. So one that I built and heat treated, so it's probably not going to last forever, and it kind of looks a little wavy, but it's okay. And Tapco trigger. I don't know what else there is as accessories on it. I think I mentioned I do put a spent case on the charging handle. If I was able to pull this off, it's getting a little bit loose finally, but it's not going to come off without a tool or really yanking on it. By just cramming it on there, just beating it on there, nothing special. Just take your charging handle, put a spent case on there and beat on it. I usually try to pick one that's cool. This one is a Wolf, but usually I try to pick an old Russian one or something. Anyway, I pound that on there, and it stays for thousands of rounds. I've really had them on there for a long time. I guess every once in a while they might pop off, but mine have all stayed on as if they were part of the gun. And like I say, I can just barely get this thing to wiggle, and even when it's wiggling, there's no rattle or anything. So I don't know. I'm sure they didn't design it to do that, but I saw that from, I think, Africa. Gangs in Africa or somebody does that, or tribes in Africa, somebody does it, and I thought it was cool, so I tried it, and I stick with it. Especially again with this type of side folder. It's not really adding too much when you've got the foldering of stock over here anyway, and I imagine if your stock was on this side this would be annoying as hell, but when it's folded it's not even an issue. And when it's time to run the thing, it's super easy to grab this however you might hit it. Alright, I think that's about it. This gun was built by me back in 4 or 5, well, probably 5, and then parkerized. I haven't done anything to it. I don't clean it. I don't even oil it. I don't do anything. It's an AK and it's mine, so I could care less if it fell apart. It just doesn't. So I haven't really run it hard, but it's shot a bunch of rounds through it, and I do drag it around with me quite a bit. And usually if I'm going out somewhere and we need rifles, I will bring this one. So if you have any questions, I guess, leave them in the comments below, and we'll look forward to those and make future videos if we need to address anything from them. But that's the Romanian/German AK in about 10 minutes. As always, thanks for watching.